You know what I mean? Anyway, a guy, I was at Cannock yesterday, a big guy spoke to me, big lad, and he says, all these protests are a waste of time. I said, well, I think they're just symbolic, so we show the people and the nation, we know what's going on. He says, no. He says, these are doing no good. Nobody's listening. Nobody's doing anything. He said, and the trouble is, when the talking stops, the civil war. He said, and civil war is what we need. I don't happen to agree with him, but that's what he said to me. Now, and I've seen a lot of people online now saying about civil war online. And that always worried me because they've got the neck, the foot, like he said, on our neck, right, to complete the Online Safety Act. We're in breach of that. But when are we going to be able to...
Last week again, I've had a 7-day ban on Facebook. I've been banned off X again. And apparently you can't get it banned off.
When are they going to allow the people to just tell it as it is and tell the truth? Right? What are we going to do when nobody listens to us?
Gary,
all through history, when they don't listen, the civil war and the government, it's coming.
I reckon Ireland will be the first in the civil war.
Yes. I'm 100% behind the Irish, I'm part Irish, I'm 100%. It's their bloody country, right? It's their country. How can any other country or globalists dictate what goes on in people's countries? It makes me so angry. I'm ready to sort of bend this flag around somebody's fucking head. No, I ain't like that, but they're making me like that.
And I'll get but
Gary's
there
going
is
off.
another way. There is another way.
He's lost his head.
I've got grandkids. What sort of life they're going to have under this shower conservative Labour? You know what I mean? We've got reform bending the conservative ways now. Who's going to help us? I'll tell you who's going to help us. We are going to help us. We can't rely on them, so we've got to do it ourselves.
Of course we have.
There is another way, my friend. I totally agree with what you're saying, and you know, if that needs to happen, then that probably is what will happen. But you know, that's again like yourself. I'm a peaceful man. I don't like violence or anything.
I'm a pacifist, basically.
The other way to do it is to bypass it, right? And that is to start to just take back everything, which is we start doing. You know, counter tax, right? Stop giving it to government. Start giving it to your local area.
I'm going to start paying all mine in cash.
This is what happened.
I'm going to pay it all in cash.
This is it.
Something you said, I've got to quickly cook because
carry on.
What not a lot of people realise all these, and I'm from Wolverhampton. We're flooded with idiots, not immigrants. All my Wolverhamptonian patriots. Where's the brains? If this digital ID comes in and you say no, you won't be able to vote. They'll stop you from voting.
They've been brainwashed now by the brainwashing and scaremongering device called the television. Tells lies visually.
I'm weak for this country.
I had a TV licence for 12 years because I don't need one, okay? Because I don't watch your shit. Not you, Ryan. I'm talking to the BBC mainly and all the rest of the bullshit.
And the ITV, you bullied well. I wouldn't say I bullied you, you bullied them.
Too many people like the easy way. They go and they pay cash, you know, it's ticket on the machine. Stop that. They've got DDs. Stop them. Go to the bank and say, how much is my mortgage? There's my money. Get off your arses, put a bit of effort into it, or you're going to lose your country. I'm telling you, you're going to lose your country.
100%.
When you ask a lot of them about it, when you ask them why don't they want the marches, because they got it in their head, they're not going to be able to change it. If everybody come out, it's got to change. It will change.
I mean, granted, I've organised this little thing today. We only advertised this yesterday. Granted, we need to advertise them, more in advance to get more people here. But the only problem is when we do advertise them more in advance, you get more of that lot turn up. Then you get the leftists turn up. And then you end up having an argument, just really shouting at them, don't you?
I was here at 10:15 this morning.
Has he got here early then?
Yeah, that guys. He's local constabulary, West Midlands Police Force Limited. We're here at what time? 10:30.
So we can bypass them. We can bypass.
What are you waiting to show me with this note?
Right. So, that's a slightly separate thing where I've just gone on to in my mind, but it's kind of related. So. We can bypass all this. We remember years ago how all this started, what the government had basically stolen off us. We started putting money into our communities. There's people that can't go to work, there's people that can't look after themselves, they're disabled, they're mentally challenged. I don't know the correct terminology, and I don't care about all this political correctness stuff. I say what I know, and so they can't. So people who can put in, and they help out, and they help out. We started helping our community by cleaning up the place, doing the grass, getting the rubbish sorted, all that. And we can just all do that again. We don't even need the government. People get scared that they will die without the government. You are not going to die.
I mean, in relation to council
we put
tax,
them out of our lives.
I asked somebody the other day, name 3 things that the council actually do. The obvious one is bins. The Dudley Council have now announced they're only doing the bins every 2 weeks.
But I'm not reducing the council tax.
No, of course not.
No.
They've increased the council tax again. I've personally don't wait. I haven't paid one.
Services are going down and the money's going up.
My brother lives in Kent, sorry.
They are.
And then when they have a mass flood, they're more going out cleaning the drains.
Gotcha, yeah. The gutters, yeah.
So it's flooded down my brother's and a few houses down. So my brother went out cleaning it himself. He then had a phone call or a letter saying they could sue him for doing that because he...
Health and safety and all that, and you probably,
You know what I mean?
need a licence to block the eye. It's like with these lunatics today, these people in these funny uniforms. They went to Matt's house, the chief inspector, probably him over there, went to Matt's personal house the other morning about this, and we haven't even advertised anything. They didn't come to mine either, and then today when I've come here, I've had a sergeant come up to me on the line, and he's gone, what's your intentions today? And I just said to him, I said, none of your business. He says, what's your name? I said, none of your business. I said, I know it sounds a bit rude, and some of the people watching probably think it's a bit rude, but they're not here to be our friend, are they? You well know, everybody here knows that.
What do you think of these taking the flag down, the British taking their own flags out?
Oh, I know, yeah.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Because I've heard.
Yeah, they've been doing it today.
But incidentally, anyway, as I was saying,
Yeah,
right,
sorry.
the monies that you are giving to the council are not going towards the things you think they are. If you just look at council tax alone, they're bringing in probably around £40 trillion a year of council tax alone from this country, right? And they tell you they're in debt for a few billion, right? A few billion when you're talking about trillions. You can have a look at the numbers, they're quite a bit bigger. A billion fits into a trillion, quite well in fact, right? Now, your monies are going towards funding all this with the immigration, towards funding the digital ID, towards funding all the wars that are around the world. Do you want to be at a war? I've never wanted to have a war. I've got no problem with Ukraine or Iran or Iraq or anything. I don't care. They've got this country. I mean, I do care. I don't like people dying and stuff, but it's got nothing to do with our country. America, especially America, and basically we're owned by America, if you don't know that, America, right, it's been going around the globe since basically the last, what we call World War, right, saying, oh, there's some business over there, we need to sort that out, right, we stick our nose in and we have a war. Well, war, right, is big business because they give your money to the people with the weapons. They make a weapon in, like, China or wherever, and it costs, say, 100 quid, but then charging 5,000 quid for it, and it's your money them using for that, right? And there's millions of them doing things to kill people, all the ammunition and everything, the tanks, the aeroplanes, the bombs, everything, it's funded by your money, right? And then, right, the aid they give, the help.
So with the council tax, someone's just asked on the line, someone's just said it's unlawful to pay for a war, which I've heard of before.
Absolutely, 100%.
It's like a bit like the lawful rebellion type thing, wouldn't it?
And the council tax as well is it's only a voluntary contribution.
Yes, yeah.
You don't have to pay it.
Now I've heard as well, I say I've heard, being quite literate, I've heard only central government can issue a tax, not a local authority.
Yeah.
So
it's all fraudulent.
It's all
if you have a look on your
fraudulent,
council tax bill,
You never
right,
saw
or
it
your
in
council, if you have a look on your council tax request, you'll notice there's no crown seal on it because it's not an official document.
The other thing is with council tax guys, there's no VAT number. So the quickest way to get out of council tax is to just request a VAT number on an invoice. That's generally the end of the council tax. So that's it. It really is that simple.